This has to be the most difficult of all the videos we've done for me. You know why? Because it was very difficult getting to choose top 5. I even had to make it top 7 because I mean it was difficult getting to choose top 5. You guys came up and you guys were the bomb for this, and trust me, I feel like I don't know, you literally blew my mind. So I'm going to be making corrections to this. A lot of persons say they wanted day 4 of the competition, but I don't know. I feel like we should call it short here. If you think we should probably add one more to it, leave it in the description below on the comment section. Let's get right to it. If you're coming to the channel for the first time, my name is Start, and I teach everything smudge painting, digital art, and I'm here to blow your mind. If you want your mind to be blown, come on, I'm the guy for that. So let's get right to business. Okay, so today I'm going to be using my phone instead of my laptop because I want to make corrections with WhatsApp. So it's going to be a whole lot easier. First, let's go to Monday. So the way this one worked was it was posted on Saturday. Submissions started coming in on Monday. So a lot of persons submitted late. However, I'm going to go through every single person that submitted. First, starting from, who's this? Sangbong. Sangbong said he's not Ghanaian. So Sangbong, I don't know how to pronounce Sangbong or Sangbong, but however, I like what he did. I like what he gave us. It was so nice. I only think that your picture was a little bit over smudged. Now, if I go to this part, you see that these parts were taken off and they are very, very smooth. Yes, you need to have a smooth smudge, but try not to take out the necessary details. So I think that was very nice. But your smudge has this thing that came down here. Basically, instead of having the textures there. So I think you should try to work on that. Then I like what you did to the side of the hair here. I just like the whole general image. I think one of the things you should have done is probably smudge this place a little bit better, but I think it's a very, very nice smudge generally. I like your background. Your background really thrilled me in the last. So thank you, Sambong, for participating in this part. I hope you've gotten to learn a whole lot from this. And the next person is Imasue Destiny. Imasue Destiny, thank you so much for giving this. First of all, your logo is too big. The place you're placing your logo is way too big. This takes a whole lot of space in the whole picture. Another thing I think you should do is smudge properly. Take your time to smudge properly. Now, when you're through with smudging the whole picture, probably have a bigger brush size and then just work on place like this forehead. It has a little bit of dent that I think you should have done better at than a few parts like the face here. This part, I think you'd have done a whole lot of better job on this. Then the same issue with Sambong, your hair came down here before you started having textures here. I think you should have added textures to the whole thing. A lot of persons did that too. So I think you should have done that. Thank you so much for participating in Master Destiny. This was truly beautiful. I like your background. I like the fact your background blended with the main picture. I think you brought out your A game for this compared to the last time. Thank you so much. Now, the next person we are going to be looking at is King Bemi. King Bemi is always dropping his crown. That's King Bemi. So, King Bemi, thank you for giving us this very clear picture. Picture is clear. But first, I think the jaw is bent. Jaw went like this. It's not supposed to be like that. So, I think probably you're adding highlights and you probably went, but I think this is very, very, very nice. I like what you did with the side of the hair here, but I feel like all these parts are way too sharp. And you should have worked on that, and your hair went straight and it had this, but overall your background blended with the main picture, and I think that is beautiful. That is like very, very, very beautiful. But I think your bun is almost becoming too much. This bun, I like your highlight. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for participating in this one. It was completely awesome. So thank you so much, King Bemi, and I hope you get to up your game. And I didn't get to see your screenshots. I don't know what happened. Olaoluwa too, I didn't get to see your screenshots. You should have corrected that. Olaoluwa, this was nice. However, I think you burnt this way too much. It was way too burnt, and that's why it's a little bit dark. I saw the fact you added this slightly orange to the cheek, and that's what made it a whole lot better. But then this part of the face, the cheek, I think it was too burnt. Remember, when you make it simple, it turns out a whole lot better. Then the cheek here was burnt a little bit, and the hair. Then I like the fact you added hair strands to this. Beautiful, yeah. Then you, unlike others, yours was not straight, and then started having this. You added lots of this to it, and that's beautiful. I like the fact you added hair strands to this. But then I feel like your background is not catchy enough. It's not shouty. It doesn't have to be too shouty, but it should have blended with the main picture. So that's one of the things I think you did wrong, that you could have done a whole lot better. So thank you so much, Olaoluwa, for participating. Aaron, the next thing I want to talk about is your background. Your background should have been a lot better. Now, why I think it should have been a lot better is it's dark, right? So when you have a picture like this on the background, it just dulls the picture back. And so try to have background that has bright colors. It doesn't have to be too shouty, but it should be bright colors. Now, I think you on your bone, I think this part of the face, for example, was the bone was applied on the main picture, not on the picture you added colors to. So you add colors first before applying the bone. So that's why. And I noticed you didn't add oil paints to this, or maybe you did, but it was not so much. And then try blending out the hair like this. I can see this blemish of how you cut it out. I can see all this part. So try adding that, and I think you have something better done. But I think the background would have had something a lot better. But if you have something better, I think you're going to knock this thing off. So thank you so much, Aaron. I want to see your correction about this. Thank you so much, Aaron. Reflex, you know you're good, yeah? So I'm going to hit this right to the head. First, she's looking like a ghost because of the color you added on her. I think you took that in saturation way too much. So probably add that yellow. There's no human being like this, except probably you're living in Antarctica where there's no blood. I mean, everywhere is so cold and you are looking pale. But if you're not, and she's not, she's actually Nigerian. So I think you should work on the overall color. But besides the color, I love what you did with the hair strands and that. But yeah, unlike others, this, and then you tried blending the hair with the main picture. But this is the hair strand for the beard, not for a hair. So you should probably check my other videos about how to add hair strands to the face. It will definitely profit you, trust me. To definitely profit you. So moving on to that, the next person we have is Jesse. Jesse always gives us something. Jesse posted his link, but then I'm not sure the others posted. Then Reflex, you guys, you do not post your link on your status. That you're supposed to post the link on status and post it post it with your job, and that's how we're supposed to grade you. FA, thank you so much for this. This is beautiful. It's unusually very sharp. And your background is not catchy. It's not something I want to look at twice, because I mean the picture is supposed to have something bright. I mean, when I look at it, I'm like, oh, backgrounds get to depict different things. So one of the things this background is depicting is this dullness, this sadness, but it's not supposed to be like that. So that's one of the things I think you should do. Work on the background. Then for the eyes, I think you should have smudged a little bit, then blend this part in. And yeah, I like what you did with this. You took your time to add this color to it, I don't know, on the hair and stuff. And then I like the fact that you just give it a little, I don't know, you just added this nice-ish. Then this part where it was not properly smudged. And then look at the edges here too. They had this little, try learning how to use feathers. It's going to profit you a whole lot. But this was nice. I don't know how long, right? I want to know how long you have been in this game. Fave art. I really want to know, because I like your progress. Now the next person is Jesse. Jesse gave us something beautiful. Jesse, thank you so much for this. Thank you personally. Thank you so much for this, because first, this background is something I like. This background I've used it for like 2 or 3 of my jobs. I like the fact that your picture blended with the background. I blended with the background and it was so nice, but you did not give her any hair strands. Jesse, give her hair strands. Please give her hair strands. This is nice. However, the same challenge that a lot of persons have been having the straight picture hair, and then coming and then finally having hair strands here was the same thing you had. But I like the fact it blended. I like the shadows that the hair casted on the shirt or her shirt. I just like everything about this picture, and I think it's very nice. Then I like what you did with the teeth. Yeah, you're paying attention to details, and that is very good. Now, aside that, I think you should have blended this part properly. If you had blended it properly, it's happening a whole lot better. Not too much, but blend it properly. Thank you so much, Jesse Art. This was indeed beautiful. The next person we have is Larry. Larry and Jesse. You know the first person, the first ever competitor that won the first day was Larry, and the next was Jesse. But Larry came up with something very nice with his own specialized eyebrow. I mean, this eyebrow is very nice. So and then he added to the teeth, and there's the nice eyebrow, and then the teeth. I think he added details to the teeth, and I'm very impressed. However, this is as usual straight, and it starts having this here. But Larry did something. His background is always unique to him. I think he created it that by himself. Larry, did you create the background by yourself? Tell us in the comment section below. I really want to see that. And then the hair strands. But these hair strands, oh, Larry is like beard hair strand. So you should have used a very, very regular hair strand. But however, I think this is very, very nice and it's beautiful. I like the fact you added highlights to this. This highlight, this highlight, this highlight, this highlight, this highlight, this highlight. I was impressed. Thank you so much, Larry, for this. And I really, really, really hope you are going to knock this thing off. Then the next person is Busy Fingers. Busy Fingers, thank you so much for this. Somehow your background is dark and it's supposed to be dull. But to be honest, it's not. It's not because, I mean, somehow the picture popped up from the background. Then I think one of the things that you needed to work on is a neater smudge. This part has this little blemish, and this part has a little blemish. If you notice it, they're just some little micro blemish that in the long run, I mean, I see them because I've been working on this thing for a long time, but a lot of persons might not see them, which is okay. But then I think this should have been added, and then the whole shirt should have been smudged properly. If it were smudged properly, then it would have been a whole lot better. So thank you so much. Thank you very, very, very much for giving us this. It was truly beautiful. It was truly beautiful. Now the next person we have is Crystal. I think Crystal had an issue getting to send his on the chat, so he did send this as a document. But before we get to that, the next is Ghana Graphics. Ghana Graphics took this hair strand to the next level. I said that to say, because I mean, these hair strands, I mean, it was not the exact hair strand from her picture, but you know, it has this nice feel that it would always blow your mind. Thank you, Gardner. This is nice. This is very nice. You notice the earthworm-ish on her face. So thank you, Gardner. This is beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. But I think you should have, for the lip, for the jaw, smudge properly. Just make your smudge a lot better, Gardner. I see what you do with the extra colors on the cheek. So I think this should have been a whole lot better. But also, thank you so much for this. I think your blue color was way too much. You should have reduced the saturation a little bit. If you do reduce saturation, you notice that the difference will be a lot clearer. Thank you so much, Ghana Graphics, for this. And we're going to go to Crystal's document. Crystal, this is nice, but your background is not very, very. I think you added black on top of the background, but I think your background would have been a whole lot better. And I'm not able to mark on this because you submit it as a document, so I think this would have been a whole lot better, but this was not cut properly, so you should have cut that properly. And this part of the hair was too sharp. It's looking like this coily bracket, so you should have done that. And the hair was brown. It's supposed to be a little bit darker, so I think you should have worked on that. And then smudge the shirt properly. You notice that it was not smudged properly. Smudge the shirt properly, because a lot of persons can see the blemish. A lot of persons, I mean me, can see the blemish. So next time we have competitions, please make sure you don't drop images that are not related to what we are doing. It's a community and it has guidelines. You cannot just come and drop 50. It's going to disrupt the flow of everything we are doing. Do you understand? So that is why I insist on not dropping links and not dropping all these things. It's a community, and that's how it should be. So thank you so much for adhering, and thank you so much for being part of the community. If you are not in the WhatsApp group and you want to join, it's very easy. Click in the link in the description below. However, and then we'll get to meet you. Next is one guy I love so very much, and that is Sparkle. Sparkle gave us something very, very nice this time around. I think he brought up his A game. Sparkle added, I don't know, extra overlaying colors to the cheek and those other things, and it was very, very nice. And but Sparkle, I think your hair, I don't know what you did, but for your hair, first I think you didn't blend this part properly, and then for this part, I think you should have done something to the hair. It was a little bit spiky like a beard. But that's not how it's supposed to be. But overall, I think the background blended with the face, and then the whole thing just popped up, and I love that very much. Thank you so much, Sparkle, for giving us this. I think this part would have been blended properly. This part was straight, and this part started having this. But aside that, you gave us something really nice. Thank you so much, Sparkle. You are a bomb. Then going over to the next person is Rainbow. Rainbow left his comfort zone, because normally you just give us something that was just intrinsic or natural or just normal, but he left his comfort zone. First of all, this background is one of my best backgrounds of all time. I don't know how I found it, but this background is so nice, and that is what he used here. Rainbow. First, I wanted to ask you a question. I don't know what is at the back of this place. What is this? But however, whatever that is, you should definitely check that out and probably correct that. I like your hair. You should have added hair strands, but I think you burnt the shirt way too much. You burnt the shirt way too much, and then generally you a little bit over smudged all this part, a little bit, but the others are very nice. But thank you so much for joining in, Rainbow. Thank you so much. You literally blew my mind with this one. So going over to this on Monday. Now they dropped a picture of Say Wow, just in case you guys don't know who Say Wow is. This is his face. Say Wow Unleashed. So after that, the next person on our list is Say Wow. Wow. So Say Wow, this is very nice. However, I would always talk about your saturation. I think you should turn it that a little bit. This is your trademark, and you, of course, the splatter is your trademark, and I love it a whole lot. I think I'm beginning to like it. And yeah, and your eyebrow, the eyebrow you added is so nice. Who had that eyebrow? I think it was Larry. Larry had the same eyebrow as you, but then I think you should have blended the eye color, blended it properly. And if you had blended it properly, you'd have had a better image. So thank you so much for this. Say wow. However, I think you did not get to post it on your WhatsApp status. You should post your WhatsApp status or Facebook or anywhere. Do you understand? We're trying to create more awareness. So I don't think you posted any of the links in any of the competitions we've done. So try to correct that the next time. Please, thank you very much. And then Huna de talk sha. Okay, so the next person is DV Graphics. DV Graphics, this was very nice. It was very nice. But your bond was too much. It was too much because this part became very dark. And this part, and I feel like it was a little bit of a smudge. So don't make the bond too much. Don't make it the bond too much next time. And aside adding hair strands and those other things, I think your background would have been a lot brighter. Make it a little bit brighter, and it would have been a whole lot nicer. Anything you come up and you're like, I don't know what kind of background I should add, just pick the color from the face, make a background, and probably add a little bit of gradients, and that's all. You have a good background. Most times it comes out very, very well. That's one thing you should add. Then the next thing I want to check out is AE Consult. AE Consult, this is very nice. Your background, I'm not so pleased with it because of this green. I mean, you have slightly pinkish, you have yellow, you have green, you have a white shade. There are just way too many colors. That's why I was not very, very, very pleased. And the fact you added this picture at the back is a very nice concept. However, the fact that it is on the green background just amplify the green background. So you should try to not do that. But I think this part was a little bit overburnt, over smudged, and yeah, this other part. You should just try to not burn it way too much. Make it very simple. Remember, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. If you can see, okay, yeah, that's it. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Every day morning when I wake up, I always look at that. So try to make it as simple. I may smudge the shirt and all these parts, and you have something very, very, very nice done. Thank you so much, AE Consult. And the next is King Joker. King Joker, this was nice. First, your shirt. She's looking like she's not ironed the shirt. She did iron the shirt. It was because you added just oil paints and you did not get to smudge it out. So try to smudge it out next time. And then you're going to have something very, very nice. Two bonds, you burnt it way too much. Two bonds, the eyes too. I like the fact you added colors to the face, but I'm not very pleased with the highlight. This part is too much. I think you'd have probably done something to add to it. And yeah, so thank you so much, AE Consult. This was beautiful. Is that AE Consult? No, that's King Joker. Thank you so much, King Joker. This was indeed very beautiful. So we have the last person that submitted, and that was wonderful. Curate Art, wonderful. This is wonderful actually. Thank you for this. I like the cheek, whatever I did on the cheek and the forehead and this and the jaw. But however, I think they were not smudged properly. You should try to smudge them properly. I like what you did with the hair because it did not start from here. You had everything with this. I think you'd have done the same thing with this. This was way too sharp. Just add hair strands. Try to add hair strands to it, and then for the shirts too, this part too, they needed to be smudged. Yeah, I think that's that. So these are the corrections to everybody, and now the big part you've all been waiting for. So I said I made it top 7, not just top 5. So let's hear for the top 7 persons. The first person is the person I just finished talking about now, Curate. Curate gave us something nice, even if he submitted late, but I think he gave us something very nice. And number 7, Curate, thank you so much for this. The background blended with what you did. It gave us, there was this feel of awesomeness in what you gave us. It was nice. I like what you did with your name at the back, but I feel like it should not always be there. And generally, it's something you can look at and be like, oh, okay, this is beautiful. So thank you so much, Curate, for this. Before I talk about number 6, if you think we should have a 4th and last challenge, I think you should drop in the comment section. Majority is going to win the vote. So the next person we have at number 6 is Sparkle. Sparkle, thank you so much. I just realized that it's also obvious that you brought up your A game for this. I like the fact that this image is clean. It's clean. Let me do like what Snapchat boys. It's very clean, but your hair should be worked on, and the face blended with the face color blended with the background color, and that was something that made it pop up. It will always be better if your face blends with the background. Do you understand? So thank you so much, Sparkle, for this. It was an overall beautiful and clean image. At number 5, we have somebody I like very much. It's somebody you look at his work and you're like, wow. And that's Say Wow. Say Wow, this is very nice. This is very, very nice. I talked about all the things you need to work on, and your splatters. You are the splatter king of the century. Thank you so much for giving us this. This was beautiful. Yeah, I see that you added your name to the shirt. A lot of persons can copy this. If you want to do it, just multiply the image on whatever you want to add, and that's it. So thank you so much. Say Wow, this was beautiful with your foot mats. Nice. So number 4, have somebody that works in the garden, or it does not work in the garden, but it's called gardener, and that's Gardener Graphics. Gardener Graphics, thank you so much for this. This was beautiful. Your hair, the flare, the everything was so nice. The background blended with the main picture, beautiful. I think the first day you came number 2nd, and today you are number 3. But thank you so much for this. This was really, 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 really beautiful. I appreciate that. And then the first is a guy that is a human being but has many colors, so we call him Rainbow, and that's Rainbow Art. Rainbow Art, thank you so much for giving us something very beautiful and amazing. I don't know how you got this background, but it certainly made the whole picture pop up. I think you should not add much highlights on the face, but that's beautiful. And then I think you should not add much bone on the shirt, but this was very, very, very nice. It blended in with the whole picture. And yeah, thank you so much, Rainbow. It was a pleasure having you on this. I hope you drop a comment, and I hope you like this video. And then at number 1, we had a tie. This is very, very, it was like a tug of war. I had to keep scrolling through the both of them, like who did better, but these guys, the both of them are a bomb. They are good. When I say they are good, it means they are good. So number 1, first, the person we have is our number 1 for day 2, and that is Jesse. It was very nice. The background was very nice. The picture was not so saturated. It was not so unsaturated. The lips were properly blended in. You gave her something on the lip, and this was very nice. I appreciate how much you did. It was so nice. I kept looking at yours and the next number 1, which is, guess, Larry. Thank you so much, Larry, for giving us this. It was nice. I mean, the highlight, everything came up. They were so on point. I like what you do with the hair. I like what you do with the background. Sincerely, from my heart, it's so nice. It's so dope. I feel like, come on. So your background is so nice and it's so dope. And actually, even if there were some parts where it was a little bit too, I don't know, too dodged, too burnt, this part and some of all these parts, but you had a way of making the whole picture pop up and making it blend, and that's a very great skill. Thank you so much, Larry, for giving us something beautiful done. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to have a tug of war between Jesse and Larry. So Larry, let me bring up your A game. Jesse, bring up your A game too. Let's see what this is. But the both of you, I want you to drop a comment if you think we should have a day 4. If you think we should have a day 4, what character should it be? Should it be me? Do you want to really work on? Okay, so However, thank you so much. If you're just watching this video and you have gotten to this extent, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, smash the like, hit the comment, join the WhatsApp group. I have a Telegram group as well, however you want it to be. But please don't come there and then the first thing you're doing is bombing us with 70 ads. I'm going to take you off. Or don't come there posting a link of your morning prayer. I'll take you off. But please make sure you come there and be at your best behavior. Thank you so much for joining in on this. I'm gonna meet you guys in the next video. Remember, the comment section is all yours. Bye bye.